everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Luck's Colts going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a cutback to the sideline. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On second down, here's Carr. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
All right, here we go. Here we go, rally. Rally. Come on, baby. Hey, we go rally. We ready?
On first down, Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Fresh set of downs here.
Check 88. Check 88. Here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Hey, we go run, baby. Alert. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end break.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. And his kick here is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope. The good things are in store here today.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
2nd down following the run. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Throwing now is Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. In the slot on the right is Graham. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and run with their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10, Luck again. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd going to ballet school. Got the toes down.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
A handoff as they run the counter play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They come up in an offset eye, and they'll run it here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off of play action. Luck. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And an alley to run. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's got his man Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Carr now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And his throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Locke. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's all It's tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One receiver left is Hilton. The final shot before the break. Luck. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water.
All right, third quarter. Let's get to it. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Here's Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They'll get 32 yards there, and it'll give the Colts a first down. Now a first down throw. Luck. His throw incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Luck. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
From the red zone now, Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the I. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Now they'll run it on the toss. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And now here come the Raiders. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
play fake. Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now in the East Bay. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Halfback sent in motion. From the gun now on third down, Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the...
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. In the slot on the right is Graham.
We ready? Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
This is our time. This is our time right here.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football. On their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It's a gain of 7, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And his throw is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Well, they went for the big play.
And look at this. It's a fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It's a big play that time. conversion here on 4th down. And now a 1st down following that long gain. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st-level defensive line, 2nd-level linebackers, 3rd-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st-level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd-level player.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Play clock winding down. And they'll run it here. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We ready? Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be limited to it. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, he's come alive, and in a big way, now he's starting to gallop.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Well, Charles, the old...